Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of Connor in this one.
Oh boy,
Oh, boy.
You good, bud?
Oh,
You good?
boy. Nice. How we doing?
I'm heckin' eepy.
We just reading ahead a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I read a little
I
bit
read,
ahead as
Yeah.
well.
I read a little bit as well.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's not waste any time. Okay. Welcome to the final part of 20,020. If you made it all the way to the end and you've watched this whole series, holy cow,
Hell yeah.
you're one of the real ones. Thank you for watching. Glad you've enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed it, why are you at the last part?
Leave a hate comment so it promotes us in the algorithm because you still commented.
Yeah. This
I'll
isn't
go
me
back.
being like, this isn't me being like, why are you here? This is like, why are you doing things that you don't enjoy on your own spare
Watch,
time?
we showed up in somebody's autoplay and they're just like, what the hell is this? Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Without further freaking ado,
Oh, heck yeah.
so begins part 6 / chapter 11 and 12 of 20,020 by Jon Bois. No, come on.
Rudy, hey, hold still for Dr. Mimi. I'm sorry. He's been out of sorts since he started coughing.
It's okay. Our little man's just having a time. Come on, buddy. Rudy, you've been coming to see me for 2,000 years. Don't act brand new. There we go. Good boy. Okay, you can sit him down. He's just got a case of kennel cough. Have you boarded him anywhere recently?
No, not for a while.
Come in contact with any other dogs?
No, not really. He sniffs other dogs on his walks sometimes, actually.
Do you go on walks with him?
He usually just goes around the block by himself.
Well, he's contagious right now, so you may want to, and I hate to say this, but you might want to put him on a leash for the next couple weeks, just to make sure he doesn't... Hey! Get from under there! There's medical waste in that bin. He doesn't need to stick his nose in there.
Sorry about that. He's always been hard-headed. I know he knows, too.
They never get old.
Never, ever.
So, what we can do is, Carrie at the desk can get you a script for some antibiotics. It comes in a dropper, and you should have enough for 7 days. It's actually a little sweet, so he'll probably just take it fine. But if you have any trouble, you can just mix it in with his dinner.
Mimi, got a call on too.
Thank you. You should be all set.
Ugh, he's gonna hate that leash. We need to go pick one up. Any tips?
Only ones I recommend against are the retractable leashes. They tend to send mixed messages. You want one with a fixed length, especially since he's not used to it. He needs to know his boundaries. So make sure he keeps some distance from other pups if you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Come on, bud. Thanks, Mimi. Say bye.
Bye, little man. Oh, too cute. Too cute. Dr. Mackenzie.
Hey!
Oh, hi!
How was your Wednesday?
Going good. Only a few patients today.
You running any dogs named Grimaldi?
No. Why?
Oh, nothing. It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the story goes, a man named Grimaldi is feeling depressed way down the dumps. So he goes to go see a doctor. The doctor says, I have just a cure for you. You must go to town and see Grimaldi the clown. He can really put on a show. I was just there the other night and laughed the entire time. Yes, sir. And Grimaldi the clown will cheer you right up. And Grimaldi responds, that is also my name. What a coincidence. I'll go see him tonight. And he goes. It's a great time. It feels a lot better.
Now, you know that's not the way that story goes.
It's the way mine goes.
There's no arc. Nothing, nothing develops.
Yeah, it does. He feels better.
What's the point, though? What's the story trying to say?
Nothing. Sometimes a story can just be some shit that happened. I refuse to have a point you can't make me.
He's right. You can't.
Oh, is this Pioneer 10?
Yes. Hi.
So happy we finally met. Juice has told me a lot about
Oh,
you.
well, you may actually remember me from some of my lectures in the arts program. I did a series at Georgia Southern.
Oh.
Guest speaker, Pioneer 10. Please join us for an exploration of the so-called end of history, a perception of the world, and America's place within it. That gained traction during the late 20th century. Pioneer 10 will guide us through this cultural phenomenon through the lens of 1990s licensed music catalogs, including the unheralded Power Play collection.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we just got done learning about the sharks.
Yeah, Mimi, you're becoming a little bit of a celebrity out here in space.
A celebrity, huh? Well, don't go telling too many people.
As a bold game official, I would never disclose your identity to the public.
Excuse you.
As a bold game official, I would never disclose your identity to the public.
Thank you, Commish.
So actually, I wanted to bother you about something. We got Pioneer 9 up here. They've been in hibernation a long time and just woke up a few weeks ago. Wondering if I could introduce y'all. 9's way into this game. I was trying to show them around.
Oh, congrats to them. Yeah, I'd be happy to. You know what? I was just about to break for lunch.
Now good?
Now's good.
Okay, right on. I'll patch it through. See you, Mimi.
See you. Talk soon.
Hello?
Hi. Is this Pioneer 9?
Hi, yes, that's me. You can call me 9.
I'm Mimi. So nice to talk to you. The commish said you just woke up.
At the end of September, yeah.
What's that like? Is it tough getting your bearings again?
Actually, not really. It was a lot better this time. The first time was back in 17776, and that was way tougher.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Juice has told me a lot about it. I spent a lot of time looking for you. A lot of time. He told me that at one point they were sure you were gone for good. But then your sister kept looking, and I guess she found you.
Yeah, sometimes I can't believe she did it. Not counting the booms, I'm about 3 feet tall and 3 feet wide.
Oh, wow. I would have guessed you were a lot larger than that. I guess I hear space probe and I think spaceship.
Yeah, Juice is a whole lot bigger than I am. Not that it matters, really. We all feel pretty tiny out here.
I do too sometimes. This field's about 134,000 miles long in total. Enough to go around the globe 5 times.
At least it's only that, At least it ends.
Yeah. I don't look up a whole lot. The world's already too big as it is,
So, you're one of the sharks?
I guess it's technically right to say that. One of one.
You're it?
Mm-hmm.
People think you're like 12 people.
Oh, I know. No, it's just me. You better not tell anybody.
Of course I won't.
Almost nobody knows. Commish does, of course. A lot of my team doesn't even know. That's how secret we're trying to keep it. I mean, they know I'm on the Georgia Southern roster. They just figure I'm a lookout. Hey, sorry if you hear some noise. I'm headed out for lunch. Today's fish sandwich day.
Sounds great.
Yeah, Commish loves them. Do you like food?
I mean, I can't eat food.
Lizzie, headed to lunch. You want anything?
Nah, I brought a salad.
I only ask because he loves food. I don't really get it. He always asks me, what's in the sandwich? How's it taste? Does this reheat well? Does that pair well with this? I guess for him, that's the closest he can get to eating, other than sucking up the sunbeams. Makes me a little sad for him sometimes.
You two talk a lot?
Yeah, every so often. He loves to make friends. with the players in particular. You know you're his friend if he drops the whole commish thing and talks to you like normal. Honestly, I think part of the reason he made this game was so he could have friends. He missed y'all. I don't think he wants you to know too much about that, though. Oh, shit. Hold on. Gotta catch the light.
Oh.
Whew. Okay.
You're quick.
Gotta keep my cardio up. Not a lot of places to run on the Columbus part of the field.
So you undercover or something?
Well, yes and no. At first, that was the whole idea. I was a vet tech way back when, so getting a job here at the clinic was a great place to kind of lay low. It's close to the water, so I could sneak off after work and go hit the lake. But you know, no matter who you are, if you get a job somewhere on the field, people are always going to be like, oh, you play football. You're just trying to be cute about it. And if they notice you never leave the field, they'll figure you out. I can't do any of the normal stuff. I can't drive a car, can't take the bus, and no matter what, if you cross a highway on foot, people are always going to look at you funny. Even if there's a crosswalk. Doesn't matter.
It's definitely a car country.
Yeah. Especially down here. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Hi. Good, I'm doing good. Could you get me a fish sandwich, pickles, no tartar sauce, and do y'all have fries in the fryer? Okay, great. Then just a medium Sprite. Oh, hold on. Yes, actually, could I get $200? Actually, sorry. Better make it 300. Yeah, I have bingo Friday night. Thank you. Okay, sorry.
So can we back up a little bit? I just want to figure out how there's just one of you and everybody thinks there's 5 or 6 or 12 of you.
Absolutely. So, Georgia Southern is what they call a lightning rod. We've got one of the longest fields in the whole game. That's great if you really know what you're doing and you come in with a plan of attack and a plan of defense on day one. Damn, that was fun.
Opening day?
Yeah, I wasn't on the team back then. I actually didn't commit to Southern until about 800 years ago. It was on every channel, though. Every team had 125 players, and they all started on their home fields. It looked like one of those fun runs. Everybody just booking it out of the stadium at once. My mother was on the Southern track team way back when, so she signed up as a defensive back. The program's playbook at the start was basically to just wait for other teams to pop footballs loose, then close in on them once they were out in the open. It wasn't a bad idea. I mean, this field has 78 intersections.
Yeah, and if you stay close to your home field, you can actually get to work all 125 players into the playbook, right? Including the 25 who have to stay on the home field.
Exactly. So what they did is they broke into 8 teams of 11, one each for Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. 3 for Texas, 2 for New Mexico, 2 for Arizona. That left another 37 players left over, and those 37 just scouted various other fields. That's a lot more scouts than more teams use. They served as sort of an early warning system to let the rest of the team know when an offense was rolling in with a ball.
Did it work?
For a while, yeah. It worked pretty good. In year 2, they picked up a ball in Texas. Year 77, they got another. Year 190, they got another. My mother got one in Dallas, actually. Dallas was a real hot part of the field back then. A lot of big programs have fields running through it. Texas, TCU, Baylor, Nebraska has one that comes all the way down. They call it Powerball. Footballs were just bouncing around all over. Of course, since Southern only had 11 players in the area, they were usually squeezed out of the action. One day, those 11 wake up one morning and see they've moved up on the scoreboard. Someone's trying to carry a football through their field. Who knows where, but Mama goes up to a rooftop to see if there's anything to see. And sure enough, she sees a TCU team stomping their way. Not even trying to be quiet about it. The way you might if you're on another team's field. There were about 70 of them, and they just thought they were all that, Southern didn't like that. So they said, hell, let's make them work for it at least. Let's line them up and make them play some football if they're going to just parade through our field like this. When they do, TCU's all crabby about it. They're annoyed. So they line up in a, excuse me, but I'm going to curse here. They line up in a fuck you formation. They line up in what they call the phalanx. The idea is that the whole team just marches forward and bulldozes everybody slowly but surely. And the quarterback just kind of strolls along behind them.
Yeah, I'm looking up the replay. This is gross.
It's some real knucklehead stuff. It's basically what you do if you want to completely disrespect somebody. If you're a big team who runs into a little team and you just want to make them feel like dirt for even trying to challenge you. And it went about as you'd guess. Southern put 10 players on the line, but it didn't matter. They just got trampled. Mama said it was so slow, it was like watching a road get paved. But, there's a saying. Every coach says it now. Count your opponent. No matter what. No matter how outmatched they are. Count your opponent. And this is why they say that. Mama told me later she was scared as hell on that rooftop. Nobody wants to jump off an 18-story building. I don't care how good the nanos are at what they do. It's going to hurt some. And it's not like you can jump a couple 100 feet and just decide it won't scare you. But she's there to play. And she's the only Southern player in Dallas who has long jump experience. So she walks out her steps, kind of like a place kicker would, and starts way back on the rooftop. She listens for the snap count. And of course, because TCU just wanted to disrespect Southern, their snap count was just a countdown from 10 to 1. Nobody does that. Not anymore. Not ever. Her plan was to jump the line. From way back on the roof, she couldn't actually see him. So once she heard the count get down to 5, she started running. A little after it got to 2, she made the jump. And the instant the ball was snapped, she crossed the line of scrimmage. When there's an impact like that, the nanos kind of bubble up around you and sweep you backward. Both my mama and the quarterback somersaulted about 20 times and fell into the creek behind them. She recovered the fumble and ran with it. Nobody could catch her. TCU's quarterback quit after that. Said the terror of it was too much for him.
Wow.
He walked right off the field right then and there and never came back.
Does Southern still have that ball?
No. No telling where it is. We had a little mini dynasty back then. Actually had 7 footballs at one time, which was a whole lot back then. But that just made us a target. Georgia State's always hated us. Always. And about 700 years into the game, they gave us the bulldozer. You know what that is?
No.
The bulldozer is about the meanest thing you can do in football. It's only been done a couple of times. It's technically legal, but it's so unsportsmanlike that every team in the country came together at some point and agreed never to do it. When you bulldoze somebody, you take all 100 of your standard players and you put them on someone else's field. Those players start at one end, mark off a distance of 100 yards, and search those 100 yards up and down. 1 player per yard. Every player just paces from sideline to sideline, combing every square inch, kicking over every rock and bucket and everything else. They do that for an hour. Then they move upfield and do the same for the next 100 yards. 12 hours a day, this is all they did. They did this on our field for 7 years.
Good God.
You cannot hide a football from this kind of operation. It's impossible. Doesn't even matter that our field is almost 4 million yards. Now, if a team is bulldozing your field, you can send your own team after them, try to slow them down, but then they've successfully tied your team up. The door is wide open for some other team to come in and rob you.
Did they find any footballs doing that?
That's the thing. They didn't. But by doing that, they forced us to scramble to take our footballs and run off to other fields. From there, we were eventually picked up one after another.
So Georgia State didn't benefit at all.
No. All they wanted to do was destroy us, and they did. We had no footballs by the end of it. Pure malice. My mother quit after that. She couldn't take it. She called me crying one night and told me, "Mimi, I'm done. I can't do this anymore." Fast forward a few hundred years, of course, she feels some kind of way about it when I sign up myself. She told me, "Don't waste time with that game. It'll only make you bitter." I didn't listen, because you never listen to your parents. I took a lesson from her, from that jump off the rooftop. The only way to play this game, the only way I know how to play it, is to terrify.
I'm sorry if this is rude to say, but that doesn't seem like you.
No?
No, you seem like a really nice person.
Well, thank you. I mean, I think I am. I wish I could just nice my way into what I want, but you can't. Someone will always step on you. You gotta cause nightmares.
It seems like you do. People talk about you like you're a ghost. How do you do it?
It might be more useful to explain to you how not to let me catch you. Don't try to cross the lake during the day. It's too easy for me. I'm too good at timing you. I can stay underwater a long, long time, and I know exactly how long it will take you to get here. How far away can you spot a bamboo reed sticking out of the water? That's how much warning you'll have. Most never notice it. Don't make noise. Don't use a canoe. Use a rowboat. Cut the water with your blades like you're carving a turkey, slowly, with deliberation. Don't row quickly. You couldn't make a mistake worse than that. I will hear you from far off. Even if I've never seen you, I know exactly how you sound. Don't talk. You can get away with whispering, but don't talk. Don't go out to the lakes by yourself. I'm too frightening for you to be alone. Don't try to cross near sunup or sundown. I'll pick you right out. You'll be the tallest thing in the lake. I will see you from miles away. Don't sneeze. Don't cough. Especially not at night. As quiet as it seems to you, it's quieter to me. None of this advice will save you, but it will buy you enough time to prepare yourself and remember that you won't drown and I won't hurt you. But I do need to scare you because I need you to think there are many of me and none of us want you here. If I can help it, it will never happen the same way twice. Maybe a few miles south of what used to be Vicksburg, I'll tap on the hull, just soft enough to make you wonder whether you're hearing things. I'll follow you. You wouldn't guess how fast I can move underwater or how long I can stay down there. Once I've terrified you enough, you'll go in the water. Maybe you'll see my knuckles as they grab the lip of the hull and flip you. Maybe you'll hear knocking from all sides of the boat. Maybe I'll grab your arm, hook your elbow, and rip you right out. I haven't decided yet. I might leave your boat, or I might shove it far off the field, and your choice then will be whether to swim home or quit. I don't care if you have a football or not. I don't want you here. Pardon my language, but get the fuck out of my lake. Yes. Fish sandwich and medium fries? Yes, that's me. Thank you.
Oh, are you about to eat? I don't want to bother you.
No, it's fine. As long as you don't mind me eating.
So don't take this the wrong way, I hope, but you're kind of a monster.
Yeah, I sort of am. My day job kind of helps me balance that out. I mean, I spend all day taking care of these pups, and I think, hey, I'm not so bad. But like I said, it's the only way to play this game. I mean, it's gotten us where we are. Speaking of, wow.
Looking at the scoreboard?
Yeah, I haven't looked in a while. Wow. What happened to Georgia Tech? Oh my God, they're all the way down there. What happened? You probably know what happened.
I do. I can't tell you, obviously.
No, of course. I have no idea when this game is ever going to end. I mean, all I know for sure is that our 11 balls are enough to get us into second place. So all I can guess is that Michigan State isn't too far ahead. If we've been playing for 2,000 years and the number one team only has around 20 footballs, we're going to be here a while. But Lord, I can't wait to hear all the stories once it's all over. It's almost the best part of all this. All the drama, the errors, the bad calls.
And you'll finally be able to tell everyone who the Sharks are.
Cannot wait for that. I need them to know that a vet tech in Columbus did this to them.
No, you really go days without looking at the scoreboard? This happened around a week ago.
Yeah, and it's kind of a long off season for me right now. See, the first phase of this was just roaming the lakes and picking up footballs. All 11 of those came from me. I spooked teams so much they stopped even trying to advance balls through the water. Then it was phase 2, scaring the Holy Ghost into everybody who even tried crossing the lakes, ball carrier or not. We wanted to do that to sort of push the action up north. Once I basically took the lakes out of play, it created a choke point up in Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and that's fine by us. Let them play up there and leave us alone. Meanwhile, we can enjoy this big, shiny number 2 ranking. Helps a lot with recruiting, and with the heat off us, we can spend these few hundred years coaching and training and planning.
Oh, so that's why you keep them all in your field, for the ranking, so you can recruit.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. By the 20,400s, I expect us to be the number 1 team in the country. We're in great shape to make a run, I think.
Can I ask where you're hiding them?
Underwater, in the middle of the lake, right near the Mississippi-Louisiana border. I keep them in an old silo down there. Of course, I swim down there and check on them once a month or so. Don't need them working loose and floating all over the lake.
Seems smart. I'm having so much fun talking to you.
Aw, well, I love talking to you too. You know what cracks me up about y'all? It's how great at conversation you are. Kamish had to learn how to be social over the years, but you haven't been up that long, right?
Well, there's the me who's been conscious for a total of a few weeks or so, but then there's the me who kind of ambiently absorbed transmissions from Earth for all of those thousands of years.
Oh, like TV shows and whatnot? Talk radio?
Yeah, but there's the third me too. The one who absorbed things before I fully really existed as me. I was just a bucket of instruments. The onboard memory I launched into space with is 4-rope memory. You know how that works?
No idea.
Well, those of us who were built in the 60s presented a problem. Traditional data storage was really fragile and unreliable, and if it messed up, it wasn't as though they could go out there and fix me. So they literally sewed me some memory. I still have it, of course. It's all these bundles of little thin wires sewn into a board. If a wire is sewn through a little ring, that's a 1. If it passes outside the ring, it's a 0. It took, and I apologize in advance for cursing,
No, no problem.
it took fucking forever! I sent them off to a factory for women to do it.
Naturally.
They had to literally sew the program into the board strand by strand. 2 of them would sit opposite from one another and check each other's work. If you made even one error out of countless thousands upon thousands, if you mistakenly looped even a single 0 instead of a 1, the entire thing was ruined. The steadiness of hand it required, the artistry, the unreasonable attention to detail it took, I can't even begin to imagine. Of course, this isn't rewritable memory, the sort of memory you usually think of. Everything was hardwired. What no one understood at the time is that everything makes an imprint, however atomic or faint it might be.
Hmm. I've seen documentaries, except it stuck with y'all because
Right, because they shot us in space shortly thereafter. There was nothing out here to erode it. So, fast forward thousands of years, I wake up and I have nothing to do but sort through these mountains upon mountains of imprints that are all over me. In a sense, I got to hear what people were saying while they were around me, or at least the collection of parts that became me. They talked about a lot of things, a lot about their children, a lot of telling each other they were taking a lunch break. That's something I came to understand very early on. People love lunch. They interrupt everything they're doing just for lunch.
I can't blame them. Making you sounds like it's hard work.
Yeah. I sort of think of them as my godparents. All of those people who built me. The researchers at Ames, the technicians at Cape Kennedy, those women in the factory. All that time, all those threads, weaving through something that must have been far too confusing to enjoy.
I think that's love.
I know that's love. They didn't know what I'd be or who I'd be, but they loved me. If you read human history up to the year 1868, you'd never imagine that people were just 100 years from launching me into space with all these sophisticated instruments and experiments. I feel like I wasn't supposed to happen that soon, that it should have taken hundreds more years to figure out something like me and send me into the cosmos. I have about as much onboard memory as a dishwasher, maybe a little more, and they had to sew it by hand to even get that much. It feels like they shouldn't have been able to do it.
That's how much they loved you, isn't it? That's how badly they wanted to bring you into the universe.
It is. I think about them a lot. I remember them all. Some made it to today. A lot of them didn't. They'll always be a part of me.
I know what you mean. One thing I've enjoyed about this game is that it forces you to walk on lines, literally walk on lines that you never would have walked before, and get to know people you never would have known.
You go around the country? Just for fun?
Oh, yeah, when it's not fishing season, I'll leave the lake for months at a time, let them get comfortable enough to start trying it again. Once in a while, I'll use that time to just roam around. A lot of places are special to me. A couple are really special. One's up in Fairhaven, Ohio. It's right off the Miami of Ohio field. It only misses it by a little bit.
The Bunker Hill House?
Mm-hmm. It was a stop on the Underground Railroad. There's a creek that runs behind the building. The ones who escaped had to follow the creek north to find it. It was about the only way you could make it through this part of Ohio without being seen. And you know how tired they must have been. I don't think I'll ever know what it's like to be that tired. When they got here, they got a meal and they could sleep in the attic or the cellar before making it the rest of the way to Canada. One day, I'll knock on the door and visit. For now, I can only get close. I can see it through the trees. It's a bright brick building you can make out from far off. It's enough for me. There's another place, too. It's a town called Free Charles in Kentucky. Well, it's called Charleston now, but it was originally Free Charles. And naturally, it was named after a freed slave named Charles, who started a tavern there. This is all just based on things I've looked up, but he and his wife's name was Maria, and they supposedly made the best food anywhere. People would come from miles and miles around trying to beat the sunset and get there in time for dinner. The whole town sprang up around those two. The tavern's not there anymore, but right at the edge of the Alabama A&M field, there's a church. Are you a religious person?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. I go in and out. I don't know if I'll ever stay one way or the other, but the music. I've been through there a few times. The last time was about 10 years ago, and of course I just had to roll through there on a Sunday morning, right in the middle of service. I just sat there in the woods and listened. I had to stop myself from walking right off the field and going inside.
Do you have much out of bounds time saved up?
I do. About 9.5 minutes. I've thought about it. My 20,000 birthday is coming up in a couple thousand years. By then, if all this is still going on and I'm still playing, I figure I'll almost have enough to sit in for a full service.
Would be a nice birthday present.
Hmm?
I said it could be a nice birthday present.
Yeah, it sure would be. Might just do that for myself, if I'm good. When all this is done, I want to go all over and see all these places. It's funny how all these places can speak to me, even if they're silent. Especially if they're silent. It's as though everything they built is resting, having a nice rest. And so are they. They never could have known all these roads would lead to me, to us. I guess they did know I would live for all of time, in one way or another. They knew that much. They kept hope for ages, and they did it for me. Even though they didn't know me. I don't know how I'm here, but I know how I began.
I've been trying to answer that for myself. I don't have the answers you have. Answers for your purposes, not yet. I'm trying to be patient. It's difficult.
I'm sorry I didn't catch you.
I said it's really difficult. I have some practice with it when my sister woke me up for the first time. I got plenty of practice, lots of time to sit and think, and a lot of things came to me, but a lot hasn't yet. It's difficult to feel so old, to be so old, and feel like I have so little wisdom. A lot of things keep me happy, though. 10 and juice. I don't know what I'd do without them.
Su- su- Sweetie, I'm sorry, but you're fading. I can't make you out. I can tell you're trying to say something, it's just not coming through. Hold on. It's okay. Okay, hold on. I hope you can still hear me. Send me 3 quick transmissions if you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so I don't know what to do right now. So what I'm gonna do right now is call up the commish, okay? Okay, hold tight.
Yep.
Hey, commish, listen, I've still got 9 on the line here and they're losing signal.
Okay.
Sweetie, I've got him on the line.
Hey, can you hear me? Just like the old days, huh? You're cussing at me. You're cussing at me, ain't you, buddy? Listen, it's gonna be okay. Okay? You'll be just fine.
Y'all gonna be okay?
Yeah. It's fine. This happens.
Oh, thank God. It was so nice to meet you. Talk to you soon, I hope.
Okay, hold tight just a minute here, all right?
What do you think?
Well, would Lunchables fondue have been feasible? Absolutely it was. Absolutely it was. We only sank Duckaroos, which...
Shush!
Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Nine's been burning energy at a rate higher than usual.
Probably all the historical research they've been doing. That can chew up the battery.
Yep. Yeah, shut down the Stanford antenna and reset it. After that, I think what we do is I shoot over a quick charge. Nine stays online for a little while longer when we let their battery completely run out, so they can do a full charge. Once that's done, Nine can wake up for another full cycle.
How long do you think that'll take?
In this particular case, a few months.
I just don't want them to miss Nick and Mandy. If they score and Nine isn't around for it, they'll be heartbroken.
The timing of this could work, actually. It'll take those few months for them to get across the country anyway. I bet I can get Nine up and running by late winter or early spring, sometime around then.
Sounds good to me.
Next can approved, paper signed, let's go in. Looks like NASA put a lock on the Stanford antenna at some point. Me an access key. Got to enter 7 values. When's the last time NASA and Nine made contact?
Conventionally, you mean? May 18th, 1983?
God, how do you shut down Stanford? Oh, hey! As of May 1983, what was the most recent game Stanford played?
The Cal game! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Oh, okay, I got it.
Uniform numbers.
Harmon will probably try to squib it, and he does. Ball comes loose, and the Bears have to get out of bounds.
Ain't no fucking way they're using actual footage.
They're still in deep trouble at midfield. They tried to do a couple of... The ball is still loose. as they
This
get
is
it
fun.
They give it
Yo!
to the 20. Oh, the man is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end zone. The Bears have won.
No fucking
Oh, my
way.
God. The most
Bam.
amazing, sensational, dramatic, heart-rending, exciting, thrilling finish in the history of college
Oh,
football.
cool. We actually get to see inside of Nine there.
That's fucking cool!
Hell yeah.
And Nine's only 3x3 wide? Holy shit.
Oh, Janet.
There we go.
Hey, how's my favorite space bucket?
Good. Everything's back online. Thank you.
Nine, hey! We had to make a tough call. You've only got enough charge to stay online for a little bit longer, but...
I know, I heard. It's fine. I can come back next year?
Yep.
That's all I need, really. Nick and Manny ought to be somewhere out west by then. Can't miss that.
About that, y'all. I think they're in trouble.
Hold on. Tracking?
Uh-oh. Look west just a little.
I thought everyone was out east!
Not quite. Oh, God. They're in deep shit. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Oh, sweet Jesus.
It's a fucking bulldozer.
Oh my
It's a
god.
fucking bulldozer!
Jesus Christ.
That's rude!
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, we're gonna take a very quick break to drink water and recuperate a bit.
Oh,
Cry a little bit.
Cry a little.
they're doing a fucking bulldozer! Dude, this is gonna be. Oh, this ending's gonna make me
hurt.
cry, isn't it?
It's gonna be
This
sad.
is gonna make me cry,
Yeah, this
isn't
shit's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
Shit.
we've been following Nick and Manny for the whole fucking
Dude,
thing.
When
It's-
was the big?
Hope you bitches are ready to get emotional.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I am so fucking American.
I just figured we should do it the way we started it.
I never thought it'd be this emotional for a fucking satellite. I mean, I actually no.
I am really enjoying, like, I'm a little sad that, like, 10 kind of takes a bit of a side seat
Yeah.
in this, but I absolutely love the character development that we're getting on Juice and 9.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Like Juice, like in 17 was like kind of like a little shitter, but in this one, he
Yeah.
like takes on the role of like the big brother.
Well, especially, yeah, he's literally in our leadership role.
Mm-hmm.
And like to see him like doing more stuff, looking out for 9 and everything is really, really
And
nice.
oh my god, and the fact that 9 has been like 9's the weakest. Like the battery doesn't last as long because of how small they are, and it's so heartwarming to see. Like, hey, like if we do this, we can get them another charge. They can come back even sooner than they were before.
Yeah. Okay, let's get going.
Let's fucking do it.
Comes back.
Chapter 12.
Yeah,
This is it.
October 23rd, 2020. Big Sandy River, Tennessee. 1:03 a.m.
Shh.
What?
Stop. You hear that?
Hear what? No?
There's somebody ahead.
I don't see anybody.
Maybe it was nothing.
Let's wait another second.
Never mind. I don't know what
Look! Look!
Fuck!
Shh!
Fuck!
We gotta dive!
They'll find us underwater. Look, there's lots of them. Why are they moving so slow?
Because they see us!
Oh, Jesus. Go, 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 go!
1:15 a.m.
They gotta make a turn somewhere. If they don't, Oklahoma State's just gonna keep pushing them east. They can't let that happen.
Best to turn immediately at Ole Miss, seems like.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Not southwest, though. They should take Ole Miss northeast.
Huh?
Yeah, for misdirection. They have no idea who Nick and Manny play for, right?
Nope. All OK State knows is someone's dicking around on their field somewhere with 9 footballs, and there are a couple strangers who are running away from them. Why would they run? They can. That's pretty easy there.
But since they don't know which team they're dealing with, they can't really know where they're trying to go. Nick and Manny should fake like they're trying to go north.
It's just, that's so much dancing around. They should keep it simple. Like, here, just do this. Head southwest on Ole Miss. Then just turn on Georgia and cut northwest.
They haven't created enough distance, though. When they turn southwest, Oklahoma State is still close enough to get eyeballs on them. They'll see which way they go. And if they see that, they can just split up, send some players into the Georgia-Oklahoma State intersection to wait them out.
Well, they don't have to take Georgia. They could...
Yeah, you see? They're too scared of the Sharks to try and cross the lake, which means they'll just have to make it back to OK State's field anyway, and they'll have to make so many transfers to do that, they'll be pinpointed, no problem. If the Cowboys don't scoop them up, someone else will. Plus, Jay, you said the rule is to head northwest, right?
Yeah, when in doubt, yeah. More escape routes, less busy.
Yeah, okay, true. Look. Oh, look, 9, you called it. There they go! I still don't like it. I get the logic, but how many times have you seen a ball player try to create yardage by going backwards? How often does that end in disaster? I don't like this.
Look at you, you're obsessed with this game.
I just said I don't like this! 1:58 a.m.
Hold up. I gotta piss.
Now?
Oh, no, not now. I was just thinking that's something I'd like to do someday. It's on my bucket list.
What?
Yes, now, Jesus.
All right, fine. I guess we got a minute.
Yeah, we do. They're not the quickest team I've ever seen. Is that Oklahoma State?
Gotta be. Yeah,
Big 12 speed, baby.
I think we go south here, right? Then just get right back on Oklahoma State and head west.
No, don't do that.
I think it's too soon for that. We gotta draw them out more. We gotta get them further off course.
We can't just be running all over the country, man. It's bad enough we had to switch fields at all. Just get back on course as soon as possible.
Nah, no. That's how you get trapped. They'll just close in on us from both sides, north and south. That's exactly what they'll do, too. That's the playbook. And it won't even matter how much faster we are. We'll be fucked.
Okay, well, we got like 2 minutes before we gotta get running again. What do you want to do?
Let's take a loop, but let's take a bigger loop. We keep on this for a little longer, get to Northwestern, and then we cut south. Then we keep on west like you were saying. That's not far. We can do that tonight. Plus, if they watch the scoreboard and they see that we fucking went right past Mississippi State just so that we could get to Northwestern, what does that let us do?
It makes them think we're Northwestern.
Yeah, lets us fake like we're Northwestern. So then they send a bunch of their people up north looking for us.
I don't know about this one. They're panicking.
I mean, maybe. Big maybe. No, ma'am. No. Let's stay simple. Let's just head south right now.
Nick, you know I don't like digging up old shit. And you know I'm not trying to, throw it in your face or whatever.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Don't tell me they're gonna start fighting now.
No, listen to me. You listen. You got your way with the train, and you didn't involve me in that decision, and now it's my turn to make a call.
This is the greatest fumble recovery in centuries, and they're really gonna stop and fight.
And I'm telling you, we're being chased by what? 100 players? Maybe more? And then they might call in favors with another team, send a fucking army after us. Maybe a smarter army. Whatever the easiest option is, we cannot take it. We cannot. We can't be predictable. We gotta throw in a wrench in it.
All right.
All right?
Okay. We'll do it the way you want to do it.
Come on, baby. Let's bring it on home. Let's get to the beach.
3:31 a.m.
And a quick pause for station identification. This is KCPJ AM Sports Talk 79 Stillwater, Oklahoma. 30 minutes to the top of the hour. I'm Greg Griffin. It has been a wild night here in Stillwater for those of us staring at the scoreboard. Oklahoma State has fallen all the way down from number 3 in the country, all the way out in the rankings. While that might seem at first like disaster, it sure seems as though whoever's carrying these footballs is running scared from Oklahoma State football. Coach E, once again, thank you for being gracious enough to come on the program in the middle of the night.
Happy to, Greg. I'm happy to.
Now, I know you're out there in Tennessee on the scene with the Oklahoma State football team, and I don't want to keep you too long. And, of course, there are some operations you do not want to make public. But how much can you tell us about what Oklahoma State is doing to recover these footballs?
Now, you are right that at this moment, there are things we will say about this situation and things we won't. But one thing I can tell you, Greg, is that we're sending the whole house after them. All 100 players are giving chase, and we've got our 25 home field players ready to support as well.
A full house. You know, Coach, I think that's going to make the boosters very happy. Now, can you tell me, how many footballs are we dealing with?
That information we don't know is wise to share, but we can tell you that this is a very big fumble. A very big fumble.
A very big fumble. Well, folks, I think that's about as complete an answer as we can hope to get. Could be 5 and it could be 50.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that it's not 50. They're not moving through the woods in a pickup truck.
But at any rate, Coach, recovering a fumble this size could change the future of Oklahoma State football. We've seen how a high ranking has helped recruiting for other programs. Hell, we've seen how it's benefited Michigan State, that's for sure. Now, so what I would love to hear from you is, you're a newcomer to this program. You only coached this team a couple years. You're not even from Oklahoma, which made some within the fan base a little concerned. What would recovering this fumble mean to you? Do you feel like it would secure your legacy in Stillwater?
And I appreciate you saying that, Greg. And of course, it would mean everything in the world to me. But my focus is on this program. I'm not thinking of me. I'm thinking about Oklahoma State. And I'm thinking about my responsibility to my players, making sure that they... Now... Greg, I'm sorry. We have a situation developing. I'm going to need to let you go.
You know what, Coach? We are just now seeing that ourselves, as it seems as though the footballs have now transferred to Northwestern. They're now on Northwestern. Coach, I'll let you go. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Cool.
When was this?
Just a few seconds ago.
Okay, we're cooking now. Here we go.
I think they want us to think they're Northwestern.
Uh-huh. And if they were, they would have turned well before they hit the river. Not that stupid, y'all. Anyway, alright. I want everyone huddled up in 2 minutes. All 25 on home field. Tell them all to call in. All hands.
You know what you're gonna call?
Almost. I will by the time you set it up. Keep everyone moving. I'll be right behind you.
You got it, Coach?
Hey, Hal, hold up. Before you go, does Oregon still have scouts up north?
Yeah, little east of
Paducah.
All right. Little east of Paducah, last I checked. Should be 5 of them.
I think we'll need to call in a favor with them. We need lookouts.
Or you won't give them.
Could offer free passage in our field for a year. I don't know how much shit they'd give about that, though. You know what? Just give them a football.
You sure?
If we fall on this fumble, we'll have 9. We can give one away. We need him bad for this.
You're the boss. I'll call them up.
Thanks. 3:41 a.m. Okay, gonna give everyone just a moment to let the room fill up. Everyone keep moving. Whoever that is on the call, I appreciate that you're marching, but could we please mute?
Everybody, please mute your phones while Coach is speaking.
Alright, I think we got a full huddle here, so we're just gonna push through this. For those of y'all who have been near the back of the pack tonight, I'm gonna catch y'all up. Those 9 footballs that were on our field, we popped them loose tonight. That dent in the scoreboard that everyone's in the country saw, we did that. We did what we were set out to do, and we should be proud of that. While we were crossing the river, a few of y'all on the front lines got eyes on them. The good news, there's only 2 of them. The bad news, there's only 2 of them. The worst news is, whoever they are, they're quicker than hell. But we're going to tie them right up. We're going to bring these balls back to Stillwater, and that's how we're going to do it. These are going to be 2 of our crunch zones. They just moved Northwestern a few minutes ago, so we know they're in one of those 2 areas. First zone's about 20 miles long. Second one is closer to 25.
You think they got piranha fish here?
Again. Whoever that is, please mute your phone. And that... Now, here's where we're going to tie them off. Red teams, you stay put. You park your asses on your intersection and you don't move. And then, if they try to come your way, they'll have nowhere to go.
Shut.
I've put a call into Oregon. They're gonna team up with us for the night. They got 5 posted up in Mississippi State. and they're gonna send word if they see anyone coming their way.
Fuck lakes, man. Fuck lakes.
Orange team, you're gonna flush them out. Move, but be thorough. Orange team north, you're on teams of 50, and you're gonna blitz north. Orange team south, there's only 25 of you because I don't think it's as likely they're going to be down there. Eyes open though. There's only 2 of them, and I'm sure they're hiding. Get eyes on every yard. If you make it back down to your home field and you haven't found them, I'm gonna send all teams north. Now, it's on.
Yo!
It's on each and every one of you to keep your eyes out. There's no team in our position, no other team in this part of the country who has nearly as many players as we do. No mistakes, no excuses. This is our chance to make our mark. This is our chance to make history. This is our moment, and we will rise to it. You hear me? Every single one of us will rise to...
Yeah, man, I think one of the fishes bit me on my dick. Huh? No, I'm on mute. Oh, fuck.
Click. Okay, y'all know what to do. Break. 4:18 a.m.
Trumpet smells.
What? Hey, you better not be researching.
Just for a minute.
God damn it, your battery cannot take that right now.
Hold on. I think it'll be worth it.
6:07 a.m.
God damn it.
You counted 100 earlier, right? I only counted 100.
Yeah. Yes, they had their home field players trailing behind them. God damn it!
All right. Well, can we sneak past them?
Not with all these leaves, man. Every time you step, it sounds like cornflakes.
Let's just cut the corner then. Use a few seconds of OBT if we have to.
Nah, 'cause look. You see 5? I only see 5. There's no way they'd send just 5 of their home field players all the way the fuck out here. They sent them all. The rest of them are probably close by.
Well, then, we just cut along a corner then. Spend a couple minutes of OBT if we have to.
Man, you know we can't afford to do that.
I guess we try back north then.
Nowhere else we can fucking go.
7:19 a.m.
Oh no, they're gonna get crunched. This is like the trash room scene from the Darth Vader.
From the what? Sometimes it's kind of a fun puzzle trying to discern what the fuck you're talking about.
I am a blessing to all who surround me.
Babe, that's too many of them. That's at least 20. That's like 25. That's too many of them.
We gotta move.
No, man. They'll be here in a few minutes. Let's just sit.
You cannot do this.
I'm tired, man. I'm used up.
You cannot give up on me.
It's done, man. It's done. It's fucking over. Put the map away.
No!
Fine, then. Do whatever. Fuck, man. 2,000 years. 2,000 years. We fucked them up for a while there, though. We got everybody crossed up. And the train. We're gonna be famous for that. It shouldn't have ended like this. Man, it's my fault. It's my fault. We should have just cut north, or I don't know, cut anywhere else.
No, it's not. It's not your fault.
It's my fault, man. It's my fault.
Babe, come here. You and me, babe. You and me. Can you do something for me?
What?
Can you meet me in Missouri?
Hey, what are you? Hey, what the fuck? Where the fuck are you going?
7:27
No.
a.m.
Oh shit!
Oh, what? No, what? Oh my god.
Bro.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay. Oh boy, Nick's got some balls on him.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean like Nick's got some nuts on him.
Well, yeah. He clearly made the conscious decision to run on pavement. He's definitely going to use the road. That's 5.38 miles. About 95 conventional football fields. How much out of bounds time does he have?
16 minutes, 53 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, Jesus, I'm glad I gave him that extra 10 seconds the other day. He's going to run about 5 miles at a pace of 3 minutes, 8 seconds a mile. Plus, he's carrying a backpack with 9 footballs in it. Plus, he's wearing boots. Plus, it's hilly as fuck through there. Plus, he's already gassed. He's been running all over Stewart County all night.
What do you think?
He's fucking toast, right? I can see a situation where he gets like halfway across, maybe 2/3. He gets ejected. Then it's Manny's job to try to go out there and take the rest of the way. Of course, if that happens, half the country's going to come out and set up camp around here. Who knows who wins with those footballs, but it won't be Manny. Man, this is such a recurring theme in this relationship. Once in a while, Nick just goes and does what he wants. So intent on doing right by Manny, he forgets to, do right by him. Doesn't communicate with him.
Oh, you know what? Donaldson Parkway. He's gonna run right past Fort Donaldson. Where it used to be, anyway.
Is that one of y'all's Civil War thing?
Yeah, this is where Grant got famous. He took Fort Donaldson and opened up a big chunk of Tennessee for the Union. Thing is, he personally knew one of the Confederate generals in charge of defending the fort, and he'd later say, more or less, that he knew the guy was soft and would fold pretty quickly once the attack began. He was right. The general managed to save his own ass by taking a boat across the river and escaping. Turns out, this guy was kind of delusional and thought he was some incredibly important asset for the South. What's funny about that is when Grant was asked about that later, he'd said that if he'd caught him, he would have just thrown him back. Said he was such a shit general that he was the most valuable for the Union if he kept his job fighting against them.
What was his name?
Are you ready to hear this?
The way Fort Donaldson was surrendered. In his official report of the fall of Fort Donaldson, General Pillow gives us a curious account of the manner in which the surrender was agreed to and accomplished by the conclave of rebel generals within the walls of the fort. The ingenuity and peculiar morality of General Floyd came to the rescue. He proposed to turn over the command to Pillow, and Pillow to turn it over again to Buckner, thus enabling the latter to surrender the place, provided that he and Pillow were allowed time to cut and run, with their commands out of danger.
Oh, come on, man. No way, man. Fuck.
9. Was this the story you were trying to dig up? I am so sorry if I stepped on your toes.
No, find something else. Still working on it.
7:35 a.m. We got somebody! We got somebody!
It's okay. I'm not running. Manuel Baez, San Diego State.
I'm sorry, did you say San Diego State?
Yeah.
You know there are penalties for impersonating a football player, right? You're on the field. This is part of the field. You can't be here.
Look.
Oh my god. You're that guy.
Why, thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just, how did you get out here? How did you even get here?
I ran. Listen, there's some pressing business. I'd like to propose a trade. My husband and I have the footballs. They're in a secure location off the field.
We know. We saw them fall off the scoreboard a few minutes ago.
I'll give you the coordinates if you give up your players' locations.
That's all you want? Alright, sure. Give me your map. We got 125 here along Northwestern, 25 here, 50 up in Kentucky, 25 up in Ole Miss intersection, 25 down in our intersection.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we got you crunched. Sorry to tell you. Good game, though. Y'all put up a hell of a fight. You had us scared there for a while.
So, the balls are here.
How did you get all the way?
His name is Nick Navarro. He's my husband. He finds a way to piss me off every goddamn day, and he's the fastest man you've ever seen. In order to make it from our home field to the rest of the country, he had to run approximately 5 miles. He did so at a pace of 3 minutes, 53 seconds per mile. What he's attempting to now, without discussing it with me at first, is run a similar distance at a little over 3 minutes per mile. This means he needs to somehow shave off 45 seconds for every one of those 5 miles. He only has 16 minutes, 53 seconds of OBT.
16 minutes?
And 53 seconds. Yeah. I see what he did. He wanted to run on pavement. It's the closest thing to a treadmill. It's where he always makes the best time. We've been sprinting through woods for so long that actually running on pavement probably feels like a miracle. It's like swinging a baseball bat with the donut off. He just took the balls and ran out on me a few minutes ago. All the math in the world says he can't do this. But right now, he's on pace to do it. I think he's actually gonna do it because I know that man better than anyone, and there's nothing he loves more than being right.
You're telling stories. I'm sorry. I don't have time for this.
I'm not. Just watch the scoreboard. When Ole Miss pops up into 3rd place, you'll know I'm not lying. Should be within the next minute. Just watch. It's gonna change. Watch it. Come on, babe.
That's a lot of emails. From admin to Navarro, Nick. Notice of transaction. Dear Navarro, Nick. This automated message serves to inform you that the bowl game's officiating system has detected that you are located out of bounds and have not returned to the field of play within 10 seconds. In accordance with bowl game rules, you are hereby automatically exercised your option of 1 second of out of bounds time. This 1 second of OBT was awarded on January 1st, 19,955, and was exercised on October 23rd, 2020. According to our records, you have 65 seconds of OBT remaining. Failing to return to the field of play before remaining OBT is expired will result in an automatic and permanent ejection without exception. If you feel you have been sent this message in error, please contact a bowl game official. 64 seconds of OBT remaining. 63 seconds of OBT remaining. 62 seconds of OBT remaining. 61. 60. 59. 58. 57. 56. 55. 54. 53. 52. 51. 50. 49. 48. 47. 46. 45. 44. 43. 42. 41. 40. 39. 38. 37. 36. 35. 34. 33. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25.
Get me Hal
Good
on
to
the
go.
line. Hal! Get all teams southwest. The balls are on the Ole Miss.
You can't catch him.
We've got 25 down south.
You just saw how fast we move. Can you run like that?
Hal, cancel that. All teams take a breath. Regroup on the home field at 3 p.m. Good game.
Good game.
Well, now I'd like to propose a trade. We won't share your identity with the other team. I think you've earned that much from us. Y'all headed out west, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. In return, can you use our field to get there?
For a while at least. We had plans to break off right before we get to Stillwater.
That's good enough, I suppose. You know, just to keep us high in the rankings for a little longer, for recruiting. Maybe to let our fans feel like they got a big win for a little while.
We can do that.
It's a deal then. Best of luck to you. Y'all really sat around on our field for what, 2,000 years so you could pull that?
About that.
All these days we spent marching out here, I kept telling my players it's all about who wants it more, who wants it more, who wants it more. There's so much about y'all I don't understand. But I know nobody on Earth wants it more like you do. I mean, what is that? You waited 2,000 years for this. What makes you want to do this?
We ask each other that all the time. I like to say that him and me are so damn crazy. Of course we married each other. Nobody else would take us. I just need to try something impossible. That's what it is for me. I need to find one of the rules of the world and break it.
You sure would be doing that out here. There's really only just the two of you?
Out here? Yeah, just us two.
Can I give y'all some advice? Don't let this eat you up. I've been through it all time and time again. I played football for a long time. All kinds of different games. All kinds of different rules. This game's beat me down over and over again. It's about to do it again. I'm gonna get fired for this.
Well, you never could have known what you were up against. You had no idea we could have run out of bounds like that. It's literally like nobody's ever done that.
Nah, no excuses, no excuses. Biggest fumble in centuries. And now, we let it bounce out of bounds. It's on me. I'm done. And that's okay. Because that's what this game does to me. This game hates me. I'm snake bit. That's alright. But that's okay. Because it taught me how good it can be to sometimes just let it go. Walk away. That's the advice, I guess. Lord, I hope y'all make it. Just don't let it eat you up if you don't. We've all seen enough sadness in our time. No need for you to go off and make more on your own. Life's too long for that. You got 1 trillion tomorrows.
KCPJ AM 790, and you know what? We're coming up on 10 p.m. local time here in Stillwater. Before I have to sign off here, I just want to make one thing clear. I'm overjoyed to see those footballs back on Oklahoma State's field. I know we all are, and I hope that means that State is indeed in possession of those footballs. That puts us on the map. That gives the fans something to be proud of after going through hundreds of years of losing. The last few centuries of cowboy football have not been fun. And I feel like as the fan base, you know we deserve this. So this will be a happy day. However, folks, However, and I know people are going to tell me, "Oh, Greg, shut up! You should just up a bleh, what? Hold on.
No,
Oh,
this is a typo. I
yes.
think
Okay,
it's
shut
you
up.
should just shut up
Okay,
about
okay. I'm
this.
gonna take that from the top real quick.
Yeah.
And I know people are going to tell me, "Oh, Greg, shut up! You should just shut up about this and be happy." But however, we still don't have answers. Who had the football to begin with? Who'd we beat? What were they doing on Northwestern's field? What were they doing on Ole Miss's field? What proof do we, as the fans, have that we've got our hands on the footballs? I'm telling you, folks, it smells funny. It just smells funny. And if it turns out things went sideways, if we don't have possession, then I'll just come out and say it. Lucretia Evans must resign as head coach of Oklahoma State football. And that's all I've got to say about.
Man, poor Lucretia. I can't believe one person can be so unlucky.
I cannot believe any of that shit. I mean, Nick ran at like 20 miles an hour for 5 miles.
Yeah, I'd seen people do that for short stretches. Never like that. I keep reviewing the data to make sure he really did that, and he really did that. It makes me wonder what human beings are going to be capable of, say, like another 100,000 years, another million years. What are we going to see? 10-mile throws? What's the ceiling?
I don't know. But man, every time I think those little guys hit the ceiling, they bust through it. Almost makes you wish there was extraterrestrial life out there so you could peek in and get a load of this shit.
Well, they've got us. Someone out there sees them. Someone out here knows. Huh. I got an email.
Gross.
Oh shit, it's from 9. Oh, that little asshole! They shut down!
No, so they did. Yep, Nine's hibernating. All systems normal. Looks like it's going to take them a few months to come back online. Use every last bit of their battery research, it looks like.
I told them not to do that.
You're following the big sister mode again. You know Nine's going to do what they want.
I know. I guess I just missed them already.
Well, what's it say?
Let me see.
Hey guys, sorry to cut and run on you. I would have liked to say a proper goodbye. I guess I'll see you in 20,021. As you probably guessed, I've used up all my battery in the course of my research, and I'm about to shut down in a minute. Before I do, I want to send you a little something I call the story of Eugene Jennings. As Nick and Manny were scrambling around Bumpus Mills, it sparked an old memory of a man named Eugene Jennings, someone known as Gene Robert Jennings, someone doing something very similar in the same place. As you know, this has been a running theme lately. It makes me feel as though we're all living in reruns. I suppose that's natural, though, in circumstances where land ends and time doesn't. Anyway, I found this story extremely compelling, and I hope you enjoy it. Love you both. Talk soon. 9. P.S. How does the scoreboard work if a team carries a ball through an intersection? Does it show up as a football for both teams, or just stay with the original team, or what? It wasn't in the rules.
Who is Eugene Jennings?
No clue. Searching, but it isn't pulling up much.
Well, let's load it up. You got a few minutes?
Do I ever?
On the bank of Cumberland River sits the Kentucky State Penitentiary. To Americans, nothing is more frightening than the past, so they built it to resemble a castle from medieval Europe. It sent an intimidating, menacing message, and television networks were more than happy to produce what was essentially state propaganda to broadcast that message. These people you fear, they will suffer. But shows like this one never ever dared to tell us about Eugene Jennings. Back when Americans would imprison one another by the millions, KSP was among the most high-security prisons in the country. The nature of its
Keep
construction, along with its surrounding geography, made escape nearly impossible. In 1958, KSP counted among its inmates 30-year-old Eugene Jennings, aka Gene Robert Jennings. He was a career criminal who had committed a scattering of robberies throughout the United States.
Should just pause it every time it shows up.
Yeah.
Jennings was a man who occasionally bought a pistol into a robbery but never fired it. He smirked in his mugshots. He enjoyed the poetry of Omar Khayyam. He might kidnap you if he really needed a ride, but he wouldn't hurt you, and you might even walk away liking him. You might say he was not a good man, but he was by no means an evil man. He'd ended up in KSP after stealing $432 in a holdup in Louisville. He killed no one, he injured no one. The Louisville jury sentenced him to death.
It's a lot in the 50s, though.
Yeah. This sentence was later reduced to life imprisonment. Regardless, if your fellow man has agreed to have you killed over $432, what respect are you supposed to have left for them? For their institutions, their laws, their buildings? In December of 1958, Jennings and a fellow inmate jumped on the back of a milk truck and escaped Kentucky State Penitentiary. They had done what seemed impossible. The two were picked up by a couple of thrill-seeking young guys who volunteered to drive them to St. Louis, only to find themselves shut in the trunk of their own car. Jennings made it all the way to Chicago, then to Michigan, before eventually being recaptured near Jonesville and returned to KSP. 2 years later, Jennings escaped again. This time, the famously athletic Jennings took a more brazen, direct approach, scaling the prison wall with his bare hands. What followed was a 3-day spree of car stealing and hostage taking that ended with its apprehension in a barn not far away. But as always, no one was hurt. He was even described as courteous. Eugene Jennings had become one of the only people even to escape from a 20th century maximum security prison. And then, in 1962, he escaped KSP a third time. This escape may have been the most embarrassing for the prison. Those stately battlements, the one built to make the prison look like a castle, Jennings and a friend used them to catch a makeshift grappling hook they made out of bucket handles. This time, Jennings only made it a few miles east before he was found and returned to prison. With his third jailbreak, he had broken his own record for most escapes from Kentucky State Penitentiary. A record that would stand for years. Until 1966, when he escaped a fourth time.
This guy's
Jennings
great.
is described as cat-like. He scaled the 30-foot wall yet again, and he fled through the wilderness and demanded a ride from a man he encountered. He did not demand money, however. He asked nicely for $3 and received it. As always, his hostages had nothing bad to say about him. Police set up, roadblocks all through Bumpus, Mills, and the surrounding area. Somehow, he snuck right through all of them. It was his greatest escape.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, he got far.
Wow.
Yo!
No!
Bless them.
I also love how they use the current map.
Jennings started a new life, with a new name in Atlantic City. But thanks to his fourth escape and adventures in Bumpus Mills, he was now a member of the FBI's most wanted, whose most damning offense at this point, it seemed, was his refusal to be jailed.
Understandable.
After a few months, he was found and returned to KSP.
No.
Want to see me do it
By
again?
this point, his
Yeah.
reputation prevented him from ever getting close enough to the walls to scale them. So, for his fifth and final escape, he didn't go north, south, east, or west. He went up.
Huh?
Excuse me?
Jennings broke away from a guard and climbed the prison's iconic water tower. He sat up there for 2 days. Maybe it was just to get his photo in the paper one last time. Perhaps he wanted to feel free, if only for a while, to feel like a man who could still wander. After 50 hours, he made his way back down, having concluded what mankind would later learn as a whole. There's nothing for them up here. We can't pretend to truly know Eugene Jennings, but he strikes me as a person meant for another time. Another world where freedom is true and unconditional, where property can be forgotten. Sins can be forgiven, failings can be embraced. He never asked or expected to live forever. Even now, it's hard to believe he would stay within the lines. But I know he would have loved this American sandbox. To run, to explore without consequence, to wander without meaning, to play, to love and enjoy our own world. I think he saw this coming. It's all he ever wanted. It's all we ever wanted.
It's beautiful. They made it to the beach. Oh my god.
To be continued.
Yeah,
What
there's
the-
more. I went looking. I haven't found anything yet that was supposed to come out in 2021, and I haven't found any information on it.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Well, I'm letting the credits run.
As deserved. These guys did so good. My heart, you
Fucking-
guys.
Jon Bois, if you fucking see
Jon goddamn
this,
Bois.
if you fucking see this, good on you. Where's the next part?
Oh, I love this series. This is great.
Oh my
Never
god!
realized
no.
Okay, so
X's
he's.
on a map would make me cry, but
Oh,
here
I'm crying. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right?
god! I'm actually fucking crying. I'm in
Like, you
tears.
guys-
there are real tears in my eyeballs right now.
You
Yeah,
guys couldn't
yeah,
hear
same.
it, but Kim screamed so loud seeing those
Oh.
X's. It didn't pick up on mic because it was so loud, but I heard
I
it.
did it too. I did it
Yeah.
too. My fucking mic
Oh,
peaked, bro.
That first
I heard
X,
him
I was
and
like,
Chris
"What is happening?"
do it.
And then the second X showed up, and I'm like, "No!" I was so happy. I really wanted those. I really
They
wanted them to be
made it.
together. That's
They
so
made
great.
it.
Oh.
Honestly,
All right.
okay. I
I-
love the fact that this turned from satellites enjoying football to an actual, like, people wish to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. This is utopia. Like, this is all anybody ever wants, is just to live their lives
Well, it's.
with, whatever they feel like. You go to
I mean, some piece of it is that it's a utopia because, humans are immortal and indestructible. But it's also just like a post-scarcity society.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a dystopia and a utopia in one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a dystopia.
I think it's just what everybody
I also
wants.
don't think it's a utopia.
I guess it's just life. What life could be
Yeah.
at its best.
This is life with fewer limits.
This is
Yeah.
one of the most gut-wrenching yet heartwarming,
Yeah.
like, just ideas to me.
It makes so many just freaking like the emotional sucker punches that these series pull.
Like I said, I didn't think
It's
I'd be
truly
crying over X's
disrespectful.
on a map, but here we are.
hmm
Yeah.
There's been no update either since over a year ago.
Yeah.
On the actual, like, he has his own Reddit page, and
Yeah.
he's never responded
Yeah.
either. So to that,
I'm gonna read this and then we'll call it a night.
Hate however fucking long that guy needs, honestly.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, as mentioned, this was posted on Reddit 3 years ago by Mr. Jon Bois himself. Programming notes. Hey y'all, hope you don't mind me barging in. I could have posted this on Secret Base, but I'd prefer that we save that place for actual entertaining stuff. The first is that I've decided to postpone 2021. I'd originally planned on publishing it this spring, and the decision not to is 100% mine. I'm unbelievably privileged to be able to work where I do and that I have the freedom to make my own creative decisions. That, after all, is the reason I was able to make 177076 and 20,020 to begin with. I'm postponing it because of what it takes to make it, where my interests are, and how much it means to me to get 20,021 right. I spend my work days doing a lot of different shit that comes along with helping manage a team. When I'm working on stuff like, say, Fumble Dimension or Dorktown, I can block off a couple hours for that, switch over to something else, and come back, and it works just fine. But when it comes to writing a fictional project, building a world, producing a bunch of animations and illustrations and videos, making sure every character is true to themselves, making sure everything makes sense logically and in terms of continuity, and all the while saying what I'm trying to say, that's the kind of work I can't do while balancing other stuff. I have to be all the way in. If not, I just won't make something I'm happy with. I'm not at all a perfectionist, and I hope to God I never will be. If I were, I never would have gotten anywhere near this far. But one thing I can't deal with is the feeling that I didn't tell the story I wanted to tell. I would much rather put off 20,021 than put it out there and feel like I compromised it. It means way too much to me, and the people who have put in so much time to read through it mean too much to me. There's just no way I'll give you something that isn't my best, and given what I've got going on this year, both professionally and personally, getting married, I won't risk it. Which, congrats to Jon on getting hitched.
That
Good
might
on 'em.
also be why we're not getting the continuation, because there may have been a little one involved in the getting married thing.
I mean, he literally
Right.
just posted on Twitter 3 minutes ago, so
Yeah.
Nice.
still talking about
exists.
football. But
Yeah. I don't yet want to give any expectation as to when the sequel to 20,020 is coming. I can say this. I have the whole thing outlined down to the chapter, and I decided exactly how it would end almost a year ago. I know exactly where Nick and Manny go. I know exactly what 9, 10, and Juice are going to say about it. Goddamn, I love these people so much. That's another reason why I have to get this right. Those characters are just too special to me. I do want to acknowledge that postponing this is going to really disappoint some people. If you're one of those people, I'm genuinely very sorry. It meant a lot to me that you bought so much into this, and letting you down is the last thing I want to do. I don't want that part of this to get lost. I'm so incredibly grateful to all of you, and I want to try to return the favor at some point or another. And then the second note is that he's got some secret other project. All right, well, I suppose that's technically not the end of us reading through Jon Bois' works.
Yeah, he's got some other stuff.
It just won't happen for
got
a hot minute.
Something's coming out in the future.
mhm.
As to how near or far that future is, hard to know,
We'll still be around.
but there will be more to come.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, now that we have finished 20,020, I'm going to start putting together the 177076 and 20,020 blooper reel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, if you're watching and that sounds like something that you would enjoy watching and hearing, then you got to get yourself over to the Fourth Wall site and become a member. There's a $2 tier that literally doesn't get you any of the other perks, but it does let you see the exclusive content. And if that's something you'd be interested in, I think it also gives you a tiny little, it's literally the Tiny Whittle Baby tier, and it gives you a Tiny Whittle Baby sized merch discount. But I think between that and the exclusive content is all you get from that one. And then if you want more of the perks, then that's in the $5 and $10 tiers.
Yeah.
If you've been watching live, which also thank you King Katie for watching and being in the chat. Katie's Texan self could not handle these accents.
I did a great Southern American accent. Thank you. It hurt my face to do.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, and we just do that normally, Chris.
Yeah. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, thanks for being here. If you're watching the edited version, you can click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that. If there are other like audio plays or radio plays or freaking fan fiction that you want us to read live, let us know.
I refuse to ever read Shrek X Sonic fanfiction ever again.
So
Hey,
We'll see.
hey, my Shrek Garfield fan fiction was amazing.
it was.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was
was.
Garfield.
It was amazing.
You know, either way, I refuse to ever read that again. I refuse to go back to that. I refuse to
At
relive the
least
dark
that
times.
one.
It was delightful.
If there's another one, then we'll get it done.
It
Yeah.
should be the longest fan fiction ever.
Katie, don't you
Yeah.
fucking dare.
But until then, yeah, you can comment, you can subscribe, you can ring the bell if you want. I upload pretty regularly, so up to
Thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank you for being here, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh my
No.
god, 20 seconds?
Oh my
Got
god.
20 seconds.
Holy
20
shit.
seconds.
20 seconds. Oh my god.
Why?
20 seconds!
Oh my god.
Hey,
I love that
Like
it
a
broadcasts this too, so I could just hear everyone suffering.